Most of us have some kind of morning routine, right? Grab the coffee, maybe scroll through our phones, rush to get ready. But what if the very first thing you did was set a spiritual framework for your entire day? What if you could kick things off with real intention, protection, and gratitude? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today with the beautiful Islamic tradition of the morning remembrances, or Adhkar al-Sabah.
Seriously, think about it for a second. In the mad dash to get our day started, it is so easy to forget to prepare our inner selves, our spirit, for all the challenges and blessings that are just around the corner. This practice, though, it offers a really powerful answer to that question.
So, what exactly is Adhkar al-Sabah? Well, it's not just a random collection of prayers. It's actually a specific set of verses from the Quran and supplications from the Prophet Muhammad. You can almost think of it like a spiritual toolkit you open up every single morning. The goal? To connect with God, build this amazing shield of spiritual protection, and just fill your heart with gratitude before the chaos of the day even begins.
And to really see how this toolkit works, we're going to break it down into 5 key parts. We'll look at how it fortifies the day, how it creates a shield of protection, how it helps us speak the language of gratitude, pray for our well-being, and finally, how it renews our core covenant of faith.
All right, first up, fortifying the day. This is all about setting the tone, right from the get-go. It's about consciously framing your entire perspective before the world, with all its demands and distractions, has a chance to do it for you.
The whole thing starts with this incredibly powerful declaration. It's an act of centering yourself. Before your mind even has a chance to jump to your to-do list or start worrying, you're acknowledging this greater reality, that everything, the entire universe, and your tiny little place in it, belongs to God. It's just a profound dose of perspective to start the day.
And check out how proactive this is. You're not just, passively sitting back to see what the day throws at you. No, you are actively asking for the best of it. You're asking for victory, for support, for light, for blessings, for guidance. And at the same time, you're putting up a defense, seeking protection from negativity. You're essentially programming your day for a positive outcome. Now, this whole idea of protection is a huge part of the morning adhkar. It's about building a spiritual shield to guard you all day long. And it all starts with some of the most powerful words in the entire Quran.
At the very center of this shield is Surah Al-Ikhlas. This chapter is just this pure, potent declaration of Tawheed, the absolute core Islamic belief in the oneness of God. Reaffirming this truth is like reinforcing the foundation of your entire spiritual fortress. It makes everything stronger.
The practice is to recite the final 3 chapters of the Quran 3 times each. Now, why 3 times? Well, it's not just about memorization. In this tradition, that repetition is believed to actually amplify the protective power of the words. It's like you're creating this comprehensive spiritual barrier that guards you from morning till night. And this shield is incredibly thorough. Think of it like a complete security system for your soul. Surah Al-Falaq, the daybreak, that's your firewall against all the external threats, darkness, envy from other people, any harm coming from the outside. Then you have Surah Al-Nas, mankind, which is like your internal antivirus software, protecting you from the whispers of self-doubt, temptation, and all those negative thoughts. It literally covers you from the outside in.
And then comes the powerhouse, Ayat al-Kursi, the throne verse. If this were a video game, this is the ultimate power-up, for sure. It's considered the greatest verse in the Quran, and it's this breathtaking description of God's infinite power and knowledge. Reciting it is a reminder that you're placing all your trust in the one who effortlessly guards the entire cosmos. The sense of peace that comes from that is just incredible.
And to round out all that protection, there's this beautifully simple yet totally all-encompassing plea. By seeking refuge in God's perfect words, you're basically asking for safety from any and every kind of harm that exists in all of creation. The scope of it is just immense.
Okay, so once you've set your intention for the day and you've put up your shield, the focus kind of shifts. Now we move into the theme of gratitude, of consciously stopping to recognize and acknowledge all the blessings in your life.
This supplication is such a powerful exercise in mindfulness. It's like speaking your gratitude journal out loud. You consciously take a moment to trace every single blessing, the air you're breathing, your health, your family, all of it, back to its one and only divine source. Honestly, this practice can literally start to rewire your brain to see the good in everything and to start your day from a place of abundance, not a place of lack.
And this is often followed by repeating the phrase, Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, which means, glory and praise be to God, 100 times. Think of it like doing spiritual reps at the gym. It's this meditative act of continuous remembrance that just fills your heart and your time with praise, keeping that connection to the divine really strong.
Building on that foundation of gratitude, the next step involves making specific requests for your holistic well-being, and not just for the hereafter, but for your life, right here, right now.
And these prayers are so comprehensive, covering everything from the spiritual to the physical. You're asking for health in your body, your hearing, your sight. You're seeking protection from both spiritual and financial hardship. You ask for well-being across all the big buckets of life, your faith, your family, your wealth, your worldly affairs. It's really a vision for a complete and good life.
Now this one is one of the most profound supplications. It is a total declaration of dependence on God. You're acknowledging your own human weaknesses and just asking God to take the wheel on everything, because you recognize that without that divine guidance, you could mess things up in the blink of an eye. It's the ultimate act of letting go and trusting completely.
And finally, we get to the fifth theme, and this one really ties everything we've talked about together. The morning remembrances act as a daily renewal of your most fundamental commitment, your covenant of faith.
Think about this. Every single morning, you consciously declare that you are happy, that you are pleased with the pillars of your faith. It's not some passive belief you were just born with. No, this makes it an active, verbal reaffirmation. Saying, "I am pleased," is such a powerful statement, both psychologically and spiritually. It solidifies who you are and what you stand for at the dawn of each new day.
And this is the grand finale. This isn't some quiet little thought you keep to yourself. You are calling upon the most magnificent witnesses you could ever imagine, God himself, the angels carrying his throne, and all of creation to witness your testimony of faith. It's a declaration you're making to the entire cosmos. It's a profound way to cement your commitment.
So as we've seen, Adhkar al-Sabaha is so much more than just a routine. It is a structured, intentional practice that can truly transform those first few moments of your day. It equips you with a sense of purpose, a shield of protection, a heart full of gratitude, and a deeply renewed connection to your faith.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Whether you follow this specific tradition or not, the principle behind it is universal. What could change in our own lives, in our focus, in our peace of mind, if every single day began not with distraction and anxiety, but with such a powerful and deliberate act of intention? It's something to think about.